All right, I'm here. Don't know how many people will show up today. Consider we're not on our main channel. We're on my backup channel, or totally not a backup channel, my car channel, which we all know I care deeply about and put a lot of effort into. Where'd my arm? No, there it is. My little wrist brace thing was missing. But we'll see what we can do tonight. It might be one of the last few chats we have. We will get going as live as close to the top of the hour as possible. So feel free to get your questions and comments in, although you can't do super chats tonight. So we'll have to do the knife drawing and stuff through PayPal, which I didn't put up there. Let me put it up there. Let me get a link. Super chats. I'm just going to say super chats because I'm afraid to do anything they'll get mad at me about. So if you want to do super chats, you'll have to do them through that link over there, the pinned link. You can get entries into the Hollow Sun drawing too while you're over there if you want to, by buying merchandise or just entering the Hollow Sun drawing. I'm hoping I don't get in trouble for that. One of the videos they got me for was just talking about the drawing and buying merch and getting entries. So I don't even know, and they could never tell me what I did wrong. At first they said I violated firearms policy. So they started asking me questions like, oh, did you post links to someone that sells firearms, or a place where you can sell firearms, or an email address to buy a firearm? I'm like, no, it was a little short AI clip. There were no links, period. Much less any to go buy a firearm. I didn't tell anyone to go buy a firearm or anything. Didn't even promote a firearm. So then they changed it after review. They said, oh, well, it didn't violate the firearm policy. It violated the safe practices policy, that you were either engaging in or promoting unsafe practices. Like I was sitting in front of my computer telling people to go buy merchandise to support a veterans charity. What unsafe practice was I engaging in or promoting? And of course, they wouldn't answer the question. We don't go into details in the effort of fairness. I like, how is it fair to not tell someone how they violated the policy? How do you expect someone to change their behavior if you won't even tell them what they did? So yeah, it's just ridiculous. And I heard they're going after lots of different types of channels right now, mainly like gay channels, anti-AI channels, channels that are against, like, that have been started up to be against these data centers. Any channels that are anti-Semitic, they've been really going after. Gun channels, and I think I qualified for two of those things because they deleted all my little shorts where we talked about Israel. Every single one of them. Now my shorts, if there was Israel mentioned in it, gone. They took them down. They deleted dozens of my videos and then gave me strikes. 2 in a day, within like minutes of each other. In fact, you can see in my chat, I've got the we call it the transcript of my chat with them, and you can see in the chat where I get my second strike, where I'm like, fuck, now they're saying I got 2 strikes. Well, it's because you had a warning and then you got a strike, so that warning made a cause with like. And the warning, when I got the warning, it said, if you do this online tutorial, we'll remove the warning. And I did the online tutorial. They didn't remove the warning. And now they say, oh, well, it removes after 90 days. And I'm like, well, it removes after 90 days regardless. So why would you watch a tutorial to get it to remove in 90 days? When they sent it to me, they said, watch this tutorial to have this removed. I watched it. I did the little quiz. I met my end of it. They didn't delete it. But then they're like, oh, but it deletes after 90 days. Well, it does that anyway. So you wouldn't have had to do a tutorial to get it deleted in 90 days. I don't know who's calling me. They did not want to tell me who it was because my phone automatically says, "Who is this and why are you calling?" Mhm. But yeah, and this was right in the middle of us doing the uh, Hollow Sun giveaway. That was the only way we were going to help cover the shortfall in the pets and vets before the 30th. This is going to hurt that a lot. The channel can't exist for 90 days without putting out videos and super chats. Now the videos doesn't hurt. If I didn't put up a video for 9 days, probably wouldn't make much of a difference. But super chats is the only money we bring in through YouTube for the pets and vets program. So 90 days without that, that'll kill the channel. It'll definitely kill the pets and vets program. Who's that clicking? Can y'all hear that? I think it might be in my cup. It didn't explode. Wouldn't that be a nice capper on the day? Have my mug explode in my face. I've had mugs explode on me before. In the bar, and had the mugs explode right out of the washing machine. They get real hot, and you go in the ice, boom! But hopefully we'll get enough people here to do a chat. And if anybody can hear this, please go buy merchandise. It's 10% off right now. Yankees Big Ten. They've also blocked me. I told you they were already blocking me from promoting my merchandise in my videos for some reason. I don't know why. My store stopped working. They went through and they took out select things there at first that I guess they thought were offensive. Now it's nothing. I can't link anything from my store onto my videos. But like I said, I don't know what we're going to do because we can't survive 90 days. You can't even do a super chat through here. So if you want to do a chat, go over and do it through the super chat link I posted in the video. And I think I pinned it. Did I pin it? I do believe I pinned it. Yes, it's pinned over there. So that's the only way you can do a super chat now. I think you can still do super thanks over on my channel. Like if anybody wanted to do a super thanks, you can go to any of my videos and do a super thank, or just to my page and do a super thanks. But we can't do super chats. So that would be 90 days with not a single dime coming in. Well, I'd still get YouTube Red, I assume. And that's somewhere upwards of $1, sometimes $2 a day. But I don't even know if I'll get that. Oop. But yeah, that was real sad today to see my channel just go up in smoke in like 5 minutes. And you just know they're just waiting to give you a third strike. When they give you two, like right away, they're searching for shit, searching hard. They went back years in my videos and started deleting stuff. That's the thing that gets me the most. Things that were okay for years, and now they're like, well, our new algorithm is different. So, well, if it wasn't bad when I uploaded it, it shouldn't count against me now. If you want to delete old stuff, if it's over like 30 days old, just delete it. Don't give people strikes. That's not fair at all. Just because you change the rules on them. Like, how do the channels that all they do is sell merch, sell guns and promote products and stuff, how do they not get banned? How do they not get banned? Whoops, where did my email just go? Why did it take down my email account? There we go. That dumb double tap. Then I got some people on Patreon today who were very happy that my channel got deleted. There's one guy, what's his name? Buddy Angus. Buddy Angus. Angus. You can understand, same thing. Angus. Probably likes Angus. He was very thrilled that I got my channel deleted. He's like, that's what you get for all these years of lying to people and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, what am I lying to people about? Probably didn't get a pat All right, I'm back. My internet went down. So hopefully it won't go down again, but we'll see. I had to go hose down the satellites. Hopefully they won't overheat again. I don't think it's actually going to piss it off. Heat overheating. It's them just cutting their service. But if anybody's got questions or anything, get them in. If you want to do super chats tonight, it's got to be through the PayPal link, and it's over there. I put the super chats link. It takes you over to my TYMP page. I could just do the link directly to the PayPal super chat, but then you wouldn't be able to get entries into the other stuff. Let me see if I can do that, because I don't want them saying I'm selling stuff on my website. I'll just do it this way. See if this works. Replace pin message. All right. Somebody tell me if that actually works. You don't have to donate. Just click it and see if it pops up a place where you can. Because we got nothing coming in. Nothing. Thankfully, Jeff Patterson, Shaker, and more importantly, Edgar Cortez did a donation today, or we'd have nothing today either. So I know we ain't gonna get nothing from YouTube. So you see, we were already short. That's why I'm giving away my damn Hollow Sun to try to cover the shortfall. Now we're going to be more short. I'll still give away the Hollow Sun once we hit $620, even though we'll be more short now, because I anticipated being able to make at least $20 a day from YouTube. Johnny Mandrick sent in a question. And remember, tonight we'll be doing the knife drawing and everything through PayPal donations, not YouTube. Same thing with the patch. Although I don't think I can give away any more mouse gun patches. I think I might be out of mouse gun patches. I might have sent out the last one today to somebody. Oh, by the way, if you were owed a patch or anything, they're on their way. So, yeah, I've only got one mouse gun patch left, and I'm going to save that. So tonight it'll just be for the K9 unit patch. Or if you've already got that, I'll find another patch I got that, like. There's a pot. You can either get a K9 unit patch or a posse patch. You can be a member of the posse. Yankee Marshall's posse. Let me add entries for Johnny Mandrick over here. Okay. We get your questions and comments in. We only got 35 people here right now, so I don't know if we'll get enough people to do a chat, but we'll see. 90 days. I'm losing my channel for 90 days, and if I get another strike in that 90 days, channel goes away for good. And they're just handing out strikes right now for stuff that's 2-3 years old. They deleted so many of my old videos. I've gotten so many emails in the last day saying this video is being deleted because it violates their policies, or it violates our current policy. Didn't when you uploaded it, but it does now. So Jeff Patterson chimed in again. Boop, boop. Ba, 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 ba. Boom, 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 boom. What did Jeff Patterson do earlier? Those were entries into the. He's trying to win that all of a sudden. I don't think he had any before. Jeff Patterson. There we go. Where's Edgar Cortez? Oops, what the fuck was that? Let it pop up that there. I don't know what that's about. Who else was it today? Someone else did a. Colin Gray, that's who it was. Colin Gray. How's he spell his name? A-Y. But also, I got all the packages mailed out today. So feel free to let me know in like a week if you don't get yours. But I got everything sent today. Everything except for the grips for these pins that I just finally found again the other day. But feel free to let me know if you don't get it in a week or so. Boo, 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 boo. Do, 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 do. Get your questions and comments in. Either put them in the live chat. Send me emails to shootingleftofcenter@gmail.com if you got pictures to include. Or if you can spare a super chat, do one. Do it through the super chat link over there, because we can't do them on this channel because this channel doesn't get who's watch it? Super chats. So you got to do it through YouTube or PayPal. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. It just doesn't come out like it should. But we'll get started here as soon as we get enough questions rolling. Do we got any questions over here? Not really questions. Well, there's a question. How does it feel to be repressed? You mean I'm repressed, or you mean they're repressing me or suppressing me or whatever? I'm being held down by the man. Let's just say that. What's that? Something from Benchmade. I don't really buy a lot of Benchmade knives anymore. They got into a little trouble here locally. And that's just about the bobcat sighting. Why do people feel the need to let everybody know every time they see a bobcat or a cougar or a bear? I mean, like, I know we live in the country. Of course we see bobcat, cougars, bears. We're back up to a fucking national forest. Like between us and Mount St. Helens is all national forest. So of course, there's bears and bobcat. We gonna start letting us know every time you see a deer or a bunny rabbit too. Hell, I've had 20 deer at a time in my yard at least. And I can always tell when the bear is here because Turnip's not a howler. He doesn't howl. But when the bear's in the yard, when the bear's out there in the field, he howls. He does the at him. Starts off as a bark and goes into a howl. That's how I know he's really pissed about something being near our yard. So I go bring him in where he starts trouble. I got all these little strips of stuff here from the peel and stick stuff on the envelopes. Throw this away. They make a mess. They get on everything and they stick the stuff with static cling. I got these everywhere. I sent out quite a few packages today via, well, my son did. I didn't do it. How did I miss that one right in front of my face? I was too busy being persecuted by the man. All right. I don't think we got enough questions to get started yet. We might not get enough tonight because, like I said, it is we're on our other channel. Although we've got 53 people here, that's not too far off. We only usually get about 100 total regularly. Of course, then about 1,000 people watch it afterwards, but that won't happen now because we're not on the right channel. It used to be when, you know, I don't know about it used to be, but once you get 2 strikes, apparently you can't do anything. You can't post. You can't even put a little like message on your board. You can't do anything through YouTube. It's totally locked. I can't do a damn thing with it for 90 days. Boom, 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 Peter Rhodes. All right, I'm going to go ahead and try to get started. We really don't have much here, but like I said, I'm not really thinking today's going to be a normal chat anyway, because like I said, we're banned, being persecuted, so we're stuck over here in the bad boy zone. So all right, let me see if we got any super chats coming in. I'll answer those questions first, and then I don't really see anything in the live chat, so we'll just play it by ear. Let me get started. Oh, let me pour my drink first. Then I got to get on the treadmill. I never got on the treadmill today because I've been so busy dealing with YouTube. I was talking to them for over an hour, trying to save my channel. But I don't know why I bother, because it always ends the same way with YouTube. Oh, the decision by the computer, basically the AI, is final. There's nothing we can do about it. And can we tell you exactly what you did wrong? No, that wouldn't be fair if we actually told you what you did wrong. They even said that. Oh, in the sense of fairness, we don't tell people how they violate. How is that fair? That doesn't make any sense. Basically, it's all designed to protect their ass when they know they're lying. If they don't ever admit any problems, if they start admitting that, you know, we did wrong, well, then they would face liability for doing wrong. So, you know, they act as an editor, even though they're not supposed to act as editors. That's what they do more of than anything else. The whole thing that makes them not responsible for what's posted on their page is that they don't act in any way as an editor of the content. That way they are not responsible for the content, but then they edit all the time. So why are they not responsible for everything on their page or on their platform? can't have it both ways, but they have it both ways because they're powerful, rich. They own the politicians. We need to get rid of every single politician that's in office today. Every single one of them should lose their election. No one should vote for any established politician or any politician that's been in office or coming from a different office. Like if they're a governor running for Senate, don't vote for them because they're all fucking owned. All right, let me get started. I hope they don't think my Man Hearing shirt is an advertisement. Hey, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the MURCA Guns and Freedom podcast, although we are not on our regular channel right now because my main channel has been suspended by YouTube for violating policies that they won't even tell me what I violate. In fact, when I called them on the first thing they said, they changed it to something else. So it's real hard to get a straight answer from them. And they never admit that their AI did wrong, or that would be accepting some sort of liability. So the channel might be going away, but we'll see. If you're not subscribed to this channel, subscribe to it. That way, it's the only way I can get, because I couldn't get you any information today when I got booted because I communicate through YouTube. YouTube has banned me now, so I can't communicate through it except on this channel. Right now, I got a 90-day suspension. Hopefully, it will get lifted. Hopefully, I can get one of the strikes taken off to where it'll only be a 7-day suspension. But we will see. I'm not counting on it. But as I was saying, welcome. We'll get started right now with answering questions. Peter Rhodes says, I watch you all the damn time. I would have called you out if you really did say something racist. I think that a not too swift AI is scanning content and missing the mark entirely. Well, I think right now they're actually intentionally cracking down on certain content. I've seen some stuff on Reddit talking about how they seem to be cracking down on any gay channels. LGBTQ, I guess is what I should say. Content that is strongly anti-Israel, content that is strongly anti-data center or AI, content that is pro-gun, and they consider that pro-gun / anti-government for some reason. I noticed that in several places those were put together with a little / pro-gun, pro-2A, anti-government. And that those are the things some of the things they're cracking down on right now because they want to get rid of some dissenting voices. And my voice has been very dissenting. So, and they deleted every single one of my shorts that had been pulled out of my account, from my AI that would normally do, clips. Everyone that mentioned Israel got deleted. So I don't think we're allowed to criticize Israel. In fact, I mentioned that the other night in the chat, and that video got deleted. It's because you got to remember, YouTube, Facebook, X, these platforms don't make money by selling advertising. Their bottom line dollar is not coming from, selling easy bake ovens or whatever they're selling. Their money comes from control. Billionaires that are willing to put money into it so that they can control the message and control what people think. That's the main value of social media. It's all about control, not about sales or selling products. It's about control. So that's how they keep their stocks up. That's how they keep people invested, is telling people what to think. And that's what they care about. And if they have dissenting voices, that makes it hard. So they try to pretend like they're impartial while all the while they're whittling down the viewpoint to only one, the one they want you to hear. Jeff Patterson said, fuck the tube. You know who. Yes, I know who. And yes, I agree. Fuck the tube. Johnny Mandrick said, Yankee, what did you get in? What did they get you for this time? Like I said, the two things they got me for, they don't make sense. One of the ones is just where I'm telling people to go over and buy merchandise. It's 10% off, blah, blah, blah. And they said that it violated the firearms policy. And I'm like, in no time do I sell firearms or firearms. I didn't violate anything in the firearms policy, period. There weren't even any links on, because they started asking me, well, did you post any links to where people could go view a firearm for sale? I'm like, no, there's not a single link even in the video or on the video. It's a 42-second video that AI cut out. So then they go back and they say, well, I'm going to do a manual review of it. They do a manual review and they go, oh, I know this is going to be disappointing, but your video still violates policy. It violates the safety policy for engaging or promoting unsafe behavior. I'm like, it's me sitting at a computer telling people to go buy merchandise at 10% off. How is that dangerous or unsafe behavior? Oh, well, we can't go into details. That would be unfair. In an effort to maintain fairness and impartiality, we don't go into detail. I'm like, that makes no sense. You violate a policy. Well, I'm reading the policy. I don't see anything here I violated. What did I violate? Well, we can't tell you. It would be fair. That makes no sense. Ridiculously stupid. Like I was saying, I don't know what they got me for, but it was a couple of things. And they deleted dozens of my videos. Gave me 2 strikes. In fact, they gave me 1 strike. I was on the chat talking to him, got the second one. I was in the middle of uploading that video where I say, hey, I've been suspended from live chats. Actually, it was the first one I filmed where I just said live chats. And bloop, it stops and says, due to multiple strikes or too many strikes, you can't upload videos. And I was like, just got a second fucking strike as we're sitting here talking. Like, that is just not fair to go back and retroactively give people strikes for things that weren't bad when they posted them, but now violate some sort of updated policy. Because that's one of the things they said. Well, we're constantly updating our policies to make YouTube a safer and more friendly place. And I'm like, well, if when I posted it, it wasn't against policy, just delete it. Why give me strikes? I didn't violate a policy at the time I posted it. So, I'm supposed to go back and make sure that YouTube didn't change a policy on something I said 3 years ago. It's so fucking stupid. It's so transparent also. Also, John and Mandrick said, any luck finding a Chiappo Rhino 44 mag in the wild yet? No, someone said there was one at Sporting Systems, but I never got to go look. Otherwise, I haven't seen one in the wild at all. Let me give him some more entries into the ammo can. Ammo can. I can't show them or say anything about it, but no, I have not seen one in the wild. I would love to see one. I would love to own one. Can't afford one right now. I definitely won't be able to afford one if I'm having to cover more for the Pets and Vets program because we don't have any earnings for 90 days. But I still ain't seen it. I want to see one. I want to see how big they are. I want to see how they feel. I want to see lots of things. But not yet. Not yet. Clinton, Seattle. Got an entry into the drawing. And also said, damn it, Yankee, can't you stop pissing people off? Well, no, I probably, if I ever stop pissing people off, then I ain't saying anything worth hearing. But I wish I could stop being treated unfairly by YouTube. I wish everybody could stop being treated unfairly by YouTube and social media. Social media is, if you're not in lockstep with their, fascist utopia, you're fucking the enemy. Or you are the enemy, and maybe fucking the enemy too. I don't know what you're doing with who. I don't know. Brian Smith said, I'm sorry you got strikes for your anti-38 super content. It was right for you to say that you only carry 38 super when you go out to eat Mexican. Well, for one, I don't eat out Mexicans very often. And 2, if I was, I probably wouldn't be carrying 38 super. Now, if I was doing it in Mexico, well, even then I wouldn't be able to carry 38 super. They don't let you take guns down there. So I would never have any reason to carry 38 super. under any circumstances. Change that to a 3 for them. If anybody's got any super chats or anything they want to do tonight, we can't do super chats on this channel. So if you want to get into the knife drawing, all the drawings will be right now will be through the super chat link over there that you can do through PayPal. I posted it directly. If you want entries into the other stuff, you got to go to tympistolproject.com. tympistolproject.com. I put a link in there up a little higher. I wonder if I should switch it back to that link. We'll see. All right, now let's see where I was. I think I got everything answered over here. So let me go see if there's anything in the live chat. I haven't gotten any emails. I don't think. No emails. As long as my email's working, I assume. Let's go over here and see if there's any questions coming in the live chat. You need to turn your Pepsi can so logo's facing the camera. I do all the time, and it never does me good. They ain't going to sponsor me. I wish they would. I'd love to get a Pepsi sponsorship. Then maybe YouTube would be nicer to me if they knew I was butted up with one of the big corporations. They don't like you criticizing our greatest ally. Yeah, the ally that does nothing but cost us billions and billions of dollars. Big lawsuit right now against YouTube for YouTube Prime failing to be ad-free as they claim. What's the same thing with everything that's supposedly ad-free? I don't have it because I watch the ads. If someone made a video, I will watch the ad. If it's a car video, wrestling video, whatever, if they've got an ad, I'll watch it because I want them to get paid. But even like Sirius XM radio, there's supposed to be no advertising, no commercials. Well, all they do now is have the DJs do the commercials. Was listening to one of the DJs, and she's just randomly telling a story about how this product was out there, and she didn't know it, and her daughter told her about it. And now that she's found this product, she loves this product. And if you haven't found this product, you should look for it. Yeah, and I'm like, that's a fucking commercial. And then there's all kinds of commercials they put on there that are commercials for their own, like Sirius XM, go channel, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, that's a commercial. It might be for you, but it's a commercial. Peter Rhodes asked, Yank, what are any other platforms you could move to, a platform that has live chats, etc.? I do not know. Do not know what other platforms I could move to. Rumble's not open to me. They, for some reason, just one day just deleted my channel, and I've never been able to sign back up. I don't know why it got deleted or anything like that, but it did. It got deleted. Someone said they were going to check into it for me. Who was it? It was not Soulless Ginger, another redhead, that little leprechaun. I'm having trouble thinking of his name right now. God, I know him. I've met him in person many times. I know his screen name. I know his real name. I know everything about him. Why do I? Well, not everything. I haven't seen him naked or anything. Why am I blanking? But he's was supposed to talk to Rumble about why I got deleted, but I never heard anything. Clover, that's who it is. Clover Tack. I never heard back about anything about why I got deleted. KCSC, right? KCSC, right? I just did a question here. What did he say? My HVAC company started using AI receptionists, and it completely exposed human laziness in our office after hours. Emergency calls became a stupid nightmare. What now? My HVAC company started using AI receptionist, and it's completely exposed human laziness in our office after hours. Emergency calls become a stupid nightmare. I'm not understanding what he's saying, how the AI made exposed human laziness. I don't know. Were before people calling with emergencies and they just weren't doing anything about it? I don't know a lot of businesses that don't try to go out and make money. But I'm not sure what he's saying, but he said it. And YouTube don't hold me responsible for it. I didn't say it. I haven't seen Casey Seawright's name in a long time. That was a blast from the past. All right, let's get back over here. Do I have any questions? How does it feel to be the repressed? I'm not good. I've never liked being held down by the man. I know what it's like to be discriminated against. Trust me, I know a lot about it. And it never feels good when you're discriminated against. One of the main things, a lot of people don't like people that are as pretty as I am. So we get discriminated against that a lot. It's never nice. It always makes a little tear come to my eye when someone that says I'm too pretty and they don't want to deal with me because I'm too pretty. It gets to me sometimes, makes it hard to go through the day. Let's see here. But the man's always had his boot on my neck. Well, I come from coal mine stock too. There's a reason why the term redneck exists in this country. I predict they will bring you back early. They like stealing your super chats too much to keep you banned. Oh, they don't care. They just as soon not get anything if I was gone. They probably steal an average of $10 to $15 a day from me. They don't need it. I think they just do it to irritate me because they know I can't do anything about it. When I tried to find a lawyer to do a class action for them actually literally stealing money people give us, that was told by two different attorney generals, Washington and Oregon. Probably like assistant attorney general, something like their office. Yeah, I can't do it. We can't sue them because they write the laws. So they protected themselves. Oh Lord, we're out of questions. Oh Lord, it's hard to be humble when you're perfect in every way. You can't stand to look in the mirror, but can't wait to look in the mirror because I get better looking each day. Well, I don't get better looking each day. I mean, I have had it pretty much perfected at one point. And in fact, I've actually declined a little bit since then, mainly because of this stuff. I don't know what this all is about, but it ain't getting better. Let's just say that. Daniel Mann said, I'm trying to narrow down a 357 SIG carry gun. Would like a double action, single action, but even 40s are getting hard to find. May end up trying to piece together a Glock 2733, 33, but starting to not like Striker. Oh, I don't like Strikers, but to more powered people who do. What was I saying? Yeah, trying to find a 357 SIG is not going to be easy. Maybe like a Nightmare from Sig Sauer if you're okay with a Smith with a 1911 platform. Otherwise, Sig still has, I don't know if they still make any 40s. I'm going to go look and see at their website. And I am not linking their website or showing anybody their website. So back off, YouTube. I'm going to look at it myself. And even if you can see it reflected in my pupils, that shouldn't get me in any trouble. Let's see. How do I find firearms? So do they have a gun finder? Nope, that's a P320. Okay, let's go over here, see if I can find caliber. No, it doesn't give you an option to search by caliber. Gives you model. All right, here we go. Caliber. Ford Smith & Wesson. Boom. No, they don't. They don't even have a 40 Smith & Wesson gun on their website anymore. They have the P320 FCU is the only thing that comes up when you search for 40 Smith & Wesson. So, yeah, I don't know who we would get. Beretta still makes a 96. You can get a Beretta 96 and get the 357 SIG conversion barrel for it. I got one right here. Where is it? I had one right here. What did I do? Where's my, there it is. The EFK Fire Dragon. Am I allowed to show this? Am I going to get in trouble? Let's show it this way. So I'm just showing type. I might have to give this away to try to. Hell, I was thinking earlier, like, fuck, I might have to give away my Mammoth Tusk 1911 grips just to try to help fund the Pets and Vets program for the next 90 days. I don't know what we're going to do. I don't know how much those things cost. I remember I paid like $500 for them, I think. Let's see. Who makes those? It's not Wilson Combat. It's Nighthawk. Let's see how much those things cost. Nighthawk Custom. Are you at least 18 years old? Yes. Or 21, yes. Let's see. Mammoth grips. Let's see how much are those grips I have. Well, they're about $500 still, so that's about right. Oh no, that's the Hot Springs grip. Hold on, here's the ones I've got. They're $999. I hate to sell those. I've got the crosscut Mammoth Ivory government size grips, and they're $999. I think I paid $500 for them. So, but they gave me a discount because I had bought a gun. I was buying them with a gun. Also, I got some holsters today I can give away. I forget which gun he said they're for, though. I'll have to look it up. But I might start doing it to where if you win the knife, you can choose either a knife or a holster. And I'll put together a picture that shows like all the different holsters people can have. Got to do anything we can to try to pump up income right now because we're fucked. Pets and Vets program is fucked. There's also channel membership fees too. That I don't get a lot off of. I get like $2 out of every channel member, and we've only got like 30 channel members. So spread $60 over an entire month. That's not much every day. And I don't think it's that many that I get every day. So, oh, well, no, we reduced the price on those too. So it's not even that much because I was only getting $2 out of it. So I was like, why charge that much for it? If any donut store makes Pepsi donut, would you eat it? No. Donuts aren't supposed to taste like Pepsi. Why would anybody want to donate the donut that tastes like Pepsi? It's like saying, oh, I'd like a watermelon that tastes like alfalfa. I'm like, why? Why would you want that? It's not what it's supposed to taste like. Is P320 King of the King of Guns? King of the King of Guns? No, not even close. It's a polymer striker fired gun. It's not even in the top 100 guns. No striker fired gun is. I've been trying to find a P239, P229, but they're outrageous every time I see them. Even just a 357 Glock slide is more than a whole gun now. I saw that with Smith & Wesson. If you bought the 40 slide and 40, it was more expensive than buying the 9mm M&P. I was like, what? Why is that? That doesn't make sense. Thanks for pushing those EFK 357 SIG barrels for the Beretta years ago. I didn't push them. I don't sell them. I ain't pushing them now. I'm not telling anybody to go buy nothing. I didn't link nothing. Didn't show anybody anything that they could go buy. Nothing. So don't be trying to get me in trouble. Where was I? I think that's it for everything. That's all the questions and everything for today. We'll hang out for a second, see if anybody else comes in and asks anything. But as of right now, there ain't no questions, no emails, no super chats, nothing in the live chat that I haven't already answered. So if you got some questions, get them in. Get them in. What is that up there? I don't need that up there. Let me get over here. I wanted to look at something real quick while you all are doing your thing. If you got any questions, I'm going to go to a website. I want to look and see if I can find 40 calibers. All deals. The categories. Let's see. Calibers. 40 Smith & Wesson. Apply filters. Let's see what pops up. Glock. H&K. H&K VP40. I don't know if they sell conversion barrels for it. Beretta 96. The SD40, Smith & Wesson still sells the SD40. I don't think they make a conversion barrel for it. The M&P 40 is still for sale. Glock, Smith & Wesson, Glock, High Point. Not seeing a lot of guns still available in 40 Smith & Wesson, I'll tell you that. John Baloney Jr. just said, glad you got the holsters. They are for different variants of the SIG P229 P's and V's. There are 357 SIG barrels available for most 40 cal HKs. Okay, well, that's good. Factory SIG 357 SIG barrels for P229s are available. If you've already got one in the 40, I don't think they make them in the 40 though. Let's see. I guess Carr still makes a 40 Smith & Wesson. Carr. That's good, I guess. I'm not seeing a whole lot that's still available in 40 Smith & Wesson when you go over here and search on this forum. Audited 2 says, I have been considering a new revolver, 586 L comp or a night guard. Been seeing videos that quality control has declined, finish, etc. You know, those videos exist every fucking year and every fucking line of guns that comes out. It's gotten to where it's just people fucking crying wolf all the time nowadays. You can't trust anybody. So I don't even pay much attention to it unless I see actual examples of it. Just some guy telling me, oh, the quality's gone down. I'm like, I don't think you know what you're fucking talking about. And half the time when I challenge people on that, like, well, what do you mean the quality's gone down? Well, they do the finishes like they used to, not even blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, they don't do that type finish anywhere, period. And the ones they do are fine. Well, they also don't do things like pin barrels or reset. I'm like, well, no, they don't do those anymore. That doesn't mean their quality's gone down. Just the features have changed. Or should I avoid those and get a 686 plus? Well, if you don't already have a 686, get a 686 plus. The 586 L comp's great too, but 686 plus is better, a little bit better, just because it's stainless and you don't got to worry about corrosion and rust and stuff as much. There is no evidence or widespread consensus to suggest that the Yankee Marshal is racist. In fact, he has actually used his platform to criticize systemic racism and bias within law enforcement. Yankee Marshal, who identifies as a classic liberal or independent, frequently draws controversy and hate within the online gun community, but this stems from his political stances and internet drama rather than racial animus. I guess. Calling out systemic racism, he has dedicated full videos to speaking out against racism. For example, during the high-profile shooting of Philando Castile, he explicitly argued that racism played a defining role in the incident, criticizing the defense that the victim matched a description as coded racial bias, which it is. I guess someone asked me, AI about me. I don't ever ask AI about me or Google because I always just assume if there's things out there, it's probably better I don't know about them. You know, I don't lose any sleep over things I don't know. So I don't bother. That was, who was it? It was Peter Rhodes that asked AI about me if I was a racist. I am not a racist. Well, I mean, I am to the extent that everyone is to a degree. It's just natural to be wary of anybody different than you. But I like to think that I'm intelligent enough to never allow that to influence my opinions or anything. I like to think I'm smart enough to be like, well, that's just my lizard brain. Now let's think with my primate brain. Sorry, I worded that wrong. Yes, you worded that wrong. That Rumble thing happened to you makes no sense. Have you tried reaching out to other gun tubers who have channels there? Well, most gun tubers don't talk to me. And CloverTac was supposed to reach out to him for me, but I don't know if he ever did, or if he did, they just said, fuck that guy. We don't want him on here. So he never bothered to tell me. Did you happen to see TFB's video a couple days ago, giving their new guys thoughts on trigger weight pulls for carry guns? He basically went against all upgrade shills on YouTube. I don't know what he said, so I don't know what the upgrade shills say. I've always been a person that says, careful what you wish for when wishing for light triggers, because they're not appropriate on a lot of guns. But and I've always said, another thing I've always said is, in most cases with guns that are usually polymer guns, striker fired guns, which sell all the trigger upgrades for, generally you're taking it, you buy a gun and that trigger on a scale from 1 to 10 is like a 3 at best. And people who say, no, they're great, then you don't know what good triggers are. So fuck you. Your opinion's worthless. Go educate yourself, then come back. And I'll say, if you buy the gun, trigger's a 3, you can generally spend another $189 to $500 and raise it to a 3.5 or a 3 3/4. And I just don't think that's worth it. So there's that. So I don't know what he said though. I'm trying to see if I got any emails that I can share. Not seeing any. Not seeing any. I got one from Officer Tater Hater. I got that. But other than that, I'm not seeing any emails. Wait, is this one? Oh, one about the dice. I saw that. Yeah. John Heasley said these are cool dice. I think I've seen these dice before. The ones with the skulls in them. It's got the little skulls in the dice. I think I've seen those before. My sons have got lots of dice because of their Magic games and all that other stuff. They got all kinds of different multi-sided dice and dice that are made special and got cool things on them. And, you pay extra for. And, the prismatic dice and all this other stuff. They like their dice. Had an ad for Yankee candle pop up. Is that you also? LOL. No, it's not me. I would make candles if I thought somebody'd buy them. I can make a candle. I've made candles before. I'm artsy craftsy. I can make a candle. I've even made the ones where you make the big multicolored candle with multi-dips, and then you carve the sides and fold it in and carve it and fold it in. I've done those before. I've made plenty of candles in my life. I still know how to make them. Used to make candles out of goat products when I was younger. I think that might be all for our questions and comments. I don't see anything over here. And make sure I got all the And I'm hoping we'll be back again tomorrow for a chat tomorrow. I hope they don't cancel me outright on YouTube. And I always am afraid that if they cancel me on YouTube, they're going to go to my other linked accounts, because this account is linked to that one. And I'm afraid they'll delete those too. But let's hope not. Let's hope not. All right. I think that's going to do us for today. I want to say thanks to everybody for coming. Goat products. Well, you make goat milk and goat soap and all this other stuff. You can make candles and stuff out of the goat renderings and stuff. So I don't want to go too much into it. Did you say earlier 90-day suspension? Yes. Right now it's a 90-day suspension for 2 strikes. All given in the course of an hour. So, but I'm hoping to get one of them removed. I would change it to a 7-day. I've still got hope for one. Not a lot of hope, but a little hope. That would make it to a 1-week suspension. That will be difficult to survive for the pets and vets, because, that's $20 a day for a week. That puts us another $150 in the hole for pets and vets, which hopefully we could cover. Hell, Edgar Cortez helped cover that today. So I'm still a little optimistic, but if it's 90 days, we aren't going to be able to survive a 90-day suspension. No videos for 90 days, no posts for 90 days, No nothing for 90 days. And my Instagram yesterday got suspended. It got said I can't share videos and can't share, other stuff on Instagram now. And it never told me why, but I got bopped on there too for some reason. I can't do shared videos. I don't think I ever put John Baloney on the list over here. Let me put him on the list. Belagda. Oops, nope, that's 3. All right, I don't see any more questions coming in. So we're going to go ahead and get out of here. Like I said, I hope I'll see everybody again tomorrow. I will still be here unless a miracle happens. But hopefully people will find their way over here. I'll see everybody again tomorrow. Thanks everybody for showing up. A special thanks to the people who helped support the channel today because it ain't doing well. I will see everybody again, like I said, right here tomorrow. Until then, remember, always carry and stay safe till I see you again.